What's up, guys, man, and welcome back to another Nostalgia Factory video. Today, we are going to be talking about Static Shock. We're going to be reading it, reviewing it, and discussing it on this episode of Read With Me, Rock With Me. With that being said, man, we're going to get into the comics, the manga, the figures, and the Funko Pops. And we don't fucking bullshit you, baby. Let's get into it. Let's get into this greatness! All right, man, we're going to start the first one. That boy got drip. All right, man, we're going to go ahead and get into this one. All right, man, we on the final book right now, bro. We got to go ahead and read this one. I have to drip like a broken water faucet, bro. Okay, one thing that I like about Static Shock in this comic is his overall costume. I think that his overall costume and overall look has highly improved compared to what we seen in the TV show and even the comics. Now, the things that make Static is that he's corny, you know what I'm saying? He always has a catchphrase and he's always trying to be smooth with his delivery. I feel like this version of Static is a little bit lifeless. And that kind of takes away from the character. I'm used to Virgil Hawkins being funny, having smooth words to say, always having comebacks, and always being that wisecracking character. And he's not doing that in these comics, and that kind of takes away from this. The good thing that I can say about this is the art in these comics are phenomenal. Whoever's doing the art for these characters, they're doing it really good. It's like a American style / anime style, and I really like how the character looks. But overall, man, I'm going to have to give this comic review a 5 out of 10 because it's not Static Shock because it didn't shock me in any way. It was kind of static mid. Like, it was just kind of, if you want to read something to pass the time, then it's the perfect comic for you. But I have to say the storyline of this comic is just horrible. It's bad. It really needs some help when it comes to story mode. It needs some milk. The old story of Static Shock, it was so much better. It was so well written. It was so well rounded. And yeah, it had a couple of racial slurs for people who are sensitive. Back in the day, it had a little bit of racial slurs. But overall, Static Shock was a way better hero, and I expected them to do the same, if not better, in this comic. And it really didn't deliver on that point. So I'm going to have to give this 5 books out of 10. That being said, man, let me know in the comments down below how y'all feel about this Static Shock, about this new Static Shock. Do y'all like the way they're writing it? Do you think it could be better? How do y'all like his costume design? Leave it in the comment section down below. But my opinion is it's kind of static mid. And that being said, I'll see you on the next Read With Me, Rock With Me. Peace.
What is your first impression when you was like, yo, I'm reading this Static?
I thought that, it was going to be like the old Static, you know what I'm saying?
But what did you really know about the old Static? What is your history with the man?
So, I watched it on Kids WB, and I watched it every day, or every time that it came on. I was there in front of the TV, serious.
So did this Static live up to any expectations or no expectations that you had for him?
No, he really didn't.
Okay, why do you say that?
Because I'm used to Static Shock being a hero, but also being a smooth criminal at the same time. Kind of smooth with the words, always saying, yo, in this comic, he has the drip. Don't get me wrong, he has the drip, but he doesn't have the soul as the other one has.
Okay, so what did you think about the overall story? I know it's like the first 2 issues. They're just trying to build in their world or get the story going. How did this story strike you?
Not interested. Like, if Volume 3 came out, I wouldn't buy it.
Okay, so what makes this comic something you don't like? What didn't grab you or shock you in the system?
The way it was written. That's what it's all comes down to. Yeah, I made fun of old Static Shock costume because it looked like a whole lot of ass. But at least his story made sense. He got bullied in school. His friend gave him a gun. He went to go kill his bully with that gun. He thought that, he was doing the right thing, but he realized that that's not a good person going to kill somebody. And he got caught in the crossfire of, a toxic gas that made him Static Shock. And that whole story, from the beginning to the end, his whole origin story, it made me read it, it made me engaged. Where this one just went with the modern times, like life matters situation. And yeah, that's a cool shot, and it's cool to have that in comics. But I need something more than that. Like, why was he there? It just made it look like he was just there chasing booty. Like, instead of being, actually caring about his community, about his race, which automatically threw me off instantly. It's just the way it was written. Like, just being honest.
Written, do you mean like the dialogue choice, their subject matter?
I'm talking about the subject matter, the story itself. Like, the story is not hitting. Maybe it'll hit in Volume 3. Right now, it's just not hitting. It's not going.
What do you think of Static not being afraid to show his powers?
I don't really mind that. I like heroes being heroes in the real day, because at the end of the day, when you read heroes, when I read heroes in comics, I want them to just be them. Their personas is cool. It's like icing on the cake. But who's the hero behind that mask? And that's kind of what makes me interested in the character.
So what you're saying is you'd rather see Peter Parker than Spider-Man?
Yes. That's why I like Spider-Man PS4 so much. It's because you are Peter Parker. You do live his day-to-day. And this guy is going out here and saving everybody in New York City, but the nigga's still broke. Still got an eviction notice. He ain't got no money. His woman about to leave him, and she like, damn, nigga, you ain't never out here getting no paper. But at the end of the day, it made Spider-Man more human, because he was like relatable. This dude's got bills. This dude's got real problems. His aunt is sick. He is being a mentor to some black kid who lost his father because of his mistakes. All this stuff in the Spider-Man PS4 story makes him relatable.
So you're saying this Static is not relatable at all?
No, he's just a fucking cool dude that rides on skateboard and shoot people with lightning. If I wanted that, I'd just go listen to Lil Uzi Vert.
So you saying nothing about him being bullied in high school, or like nothing about him getting an internship, nothing about him having like a mother, father, and a sister? None of that is relatable.
I like my superheroes to have kind of a tragic backstory. That's what draws me in. Why did I like Tondro from Demon Slayer? The first scene, you see his whole family get killed, and that causes him to become a Demon Slayer.
So you're saying you can't have any good heroes with happy families?
I mean, they can have happy families, true, but not boring families. Like, what does his family do in the comics besides give him pep talks? He's got 3 DJ Khaled's. Like, every time he's doing something, they're like, another one. Good job, boy, another one. Like, is this Static Shock or Bring It On? Which one is it?